Hello friends, in this session we are going to discuss about another LeetCode problem, trapping rainwater. This is one of the famous interview coding question. You will be given an integer array filled with non-negative integers. This array represents an elevation map as shown here. The width of each bar is 1 unit. All we need to do here is calculate how many units of rainwater got trapped in these pockets. This is one pocket, this is another pocket, this is another one. Let's understand the problem statement better. Let's take this as our input array and here is our elevation map. The rainwater got trapped here in these pockets. Actually, this problem is marked as hard in LeetCode, but if you understand the concept, the logic is pretty simple. We are going to use minima of local maxima technique. All we need to do here is find the water depth at each index. What is depth here? This is the water depth at this index. We can consider this as 1 unit. This is the water depth at this index, 3 units. This is the water depth at this index, 2 units. Here, 2 units. Here, 1 unit. In total, 9 units of water got trapped here. Please note that no water get trapped at the edges, here and here. Now, how to find water depth? How to calculate water depth? If we know overall water level height at each index, then we can calculate depth. From the ground level to top of the water level can be considered as height of water level. Subtract the current element value from the height so that you will get the depth here. The height is 3. Current value is 2, 1 unit of depth. In this index, height is 3, current value is 0, 3 units of depth. Now, how to calculate water level height at each index? How to find this value at each index? Let's take this example. Look at these two tall buildings. The water is getting trapped between these two buildings. Since these two buildings are forming a pocket, water is getting trapped here. The water level height is completely depends on one of the building height. In this case, the water level is depending on this particular building height. Any water level beyond this height is an overflow. Based on this, the water level can be considered as minimum of height of these two buildings. This building has a minimum height. Let's put another building here. Now this is the tallest building. With this, the water level will be till here. Here also the water level is based on minimum height of these two buildings. In this case, this building has minimum height. So based on this, we will decide water level height. Now at any given index, let's say that we are here. We need to identify maximum height on its left side and also on its right side. Once we identify maximum height on both sides, we need to find which is the minimum height. So in this case, this is maximum height on its left, this is maximum height on its right, and the minimum is this value. So now this value is the height of the water level at the given index. In order to identify depth, just subtract current element value from the height. Simple, right? Before writing the formula, I'll clean it up. The formula is minimum of left side maximum height, comma, right side maximum height minus current element at that index, which gives water depth at given index. Let's apply this formula on each index on this elevation map. Before that, let's say we are here. We need to traverse till here to identify maximum height on the left side. Similarly, we need to traverse till here to identify maximum height on the right side. Same process we need to do when we are here also. We need to traverse till here to find left side maximum height. We need to traverse till here to find right side maximum height. This process has to happen at each index to identify maximum heights on both sides. This process will impact performance. In order to improve performance, we will do some prep work. We will calculate maximum height on both sides for all indexes at one time as part of the prep work. First, I'll clean this up. We will start from here to identify left side maximum height, LMH. Here, in this case, left side maximum height is 0. In this case, left side maximum height is 1. In this case, it is 3. In this case, again maximum height is 3. In this case, again it is 3. In this case, still the maximum height is 3. But in this case, the maximum height is 5. Left side maximum height is 5. In this case, maximum height is 5. For rest of the indexes, the maximum left side height is 5. We will start from the backwards to identify right side maximum height. So here, the right side maximum is 0. In this index it is 2. In this index it is 3. In this index again it is 3. In this index again it is 3. In this index the maximum right side height is 4. In this index the maximum right side height is 5. In this index 5, and again for all the indexes it is going to be 5. Now let's calculate water depth at each index. We will start from index 1 as there are no chances to trap water at the edges. Minimum of 0,5, 0 is the minimum, 0 minus 1 which is minus 1. Negative values are ignored, so it is 0 here. Minimum of 1,5, 1 is minimum, 1 minus 3, minus 2, again negative number. We are ignoring it, 0 here. Minimum of 3,5, 3 is the smallest one. 3 minus 2, which is 1, 1 unit of water depth here. 3,5, minimum is 3. 3 minus 0, 3 units of water depth here. 3,5, 3 is minimum. 3 minus 1, which is 2 units of water depth. 3,4, 3 is minimum. 3 minus 5, minus 2, negative numbers are ignored, 0 here. 5,3, 3 is minimum number. 3 minus 4, negative number, again 0 here. 5,3, minimum is 3. 3 minus 1, which is 2, 2 units of water depth here. 5,3, 3 is minimum, current element is 2. 3 minus 2, 1 unit of water depth. 5,2, 2 is minimum. 2 minus 4, 4 as current element, minus 2, negative number, ignore it, 0. Similarly, 0 is the minimum. The current element is 2. 0 minus 2, negative number, ignore it. 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. Total 9 units of water got trapped. This is the answer. This is the logic. Hope you understood. Let's write code now. I'm going to optimize a bit further while writing code to reduce number of traversals. I'm not going to change the logic remains same. I have already copied the method signature from LeetCode. Let's declare few variables. This variable stores rainwater trapping capacity. Final result. We will declare left max and right max variables. Also, we will declare indexes to traverse array. This variable will be used to traverse from left side. Variable height will be used to traverse from the right side. Now we will use while loop to traverse the array. Let's check if array element value from right side is higher than left side value. In this case, check that is it higher than left max or not. If it is higher than left max, then update left max value. Otherwise, calculate depth at current element. Increment low index by one step. If array element value from right side is less than the left side value, Then check that is it higher than write max or not. If it is higher than write max, then update write max value. Otherwise, calculate depth at current element. Decrement high index by one step. Once we are out of while loop, return the result. We are done with coding. Let's test our code. I have already written the main method to save some time. Here is trap function. We are calling trap function with multiple input arrays. Let's run. Hope there are no runtime errors. Here is the result and it is as expected. So this is about trapping rainwater solution. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.